'cause I just get happier, or I just get sadder. It's a life fun time and full of surprises. It's a place to get your 15 minutes of fame. Let me tell you, keeping it real, keeping it rude.
Hey, we are here with a brand new guest also on this February 11th. It is James LaNe. How are you, James?
Hey, James, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, how you doing? I love that sound effect.
There you go. It's the audience.
Oh, I mean the audience.
Yeah.
James, I see you put your own camera. What the fuck's going on?
Oh, I just like to document things whenever I go around. This kind of thing like.
And why is
So what did your girlfriend say about that?
Well, yeah, they don't know about those tapes.
Oh.
They do now.
No, it's just one of those things I've always liked to do. I mean, I've always walked around, observed things, and I just started documenting
That's
things.
a pretty big camera and tripod and microphone to just document things walking around.
Well, actually, after this, I'm going to go to a forum about kids in foster care and actually improving the situation for those children as well too. So I was actually a foster care child for a bit in my life.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
How old were you when you went into foster care?
I was just born. I was adopted.
Okay.
Yeah, and the sad part about it was I didn't find out about any of this until after my parents had died.
Which parents?
My adopted parents. Yeah.
Oh, so you thought you were a biological.
Exactly.
Did you have siblings?
Yeah, I had one sister that was 10 years older than me.
Now, was she biological or was she?
Yeah, she was the reason they got married, basically.
Oh,
She was in their belly.
Wow. So did she tell you?
Well, it was funny because I was at the circuit court office, right, and they did an audit of the safe deposit box.
Yeah,
Right?
That's like, it's not your money.
Exactly.
You're like, what the fuck? It's not my money.
That was the
Whoa.
whole thing. They were like, does your parents
Who are
have
you?
boys?
Who are you?
And I'm like, no. It's like, well, then that's you. And so I called my sister, she was in Colorado at the time, and she was like, oh, yeah, no, you're not adopted. And I'm like, well, I found these adoption papers. She's like, oh, I always knew your name was Victor. So,
What?
yeah.
Wait, so she
yeah.
also, she did know?
Everybody was in on this except you.
Exactly. The big joke.
Wow.
So that's why he takes the camera with him everywhere. No one's
Exactly.
getting away with nothing now.
Exactly. No one's getting away from my sights anymore.
Wow.
That's shit,
So
brother.
did it change things in your perspective
Oh my God,
of
are you
life,
kidding?
of trust?
Are
The fuck, yeah, right?
Trust issues?
Well, the thing
Trust
was...
issues, like, fuck you.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, because the main thing was, first I had to prove myself that I was an adopted child to, close out all the safe deposit box and the bank accounts, all that kind of stuff. But then they wouldn't let me see information about my
Own
natural
stuff.
mother. Yeah, my own stuff.
Right.
And New York State has a law. Yeah, actually that's for you.
Okay.
Yeah. But New York State has a law that prevents adoptees from finding their natural parents. Well, that was your gift, you squeezed. So that's one of the things I advocate for too, is for adoptee rights, because these things have been signed and agreed upon while I was in the womb, and so my rights are just totally taken away at that point,
Wow.
Yeah.
You have
How
no
old
rights.
were you when they died?
They took him out and gave him away.
23.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was a long, dark time.
So,
But it wasn't dark because you didn't know. Right?
No,
You
I
didn't
mean,
know. Did you have any hint or inkling or anything?
no, I'm saying when they died. Because first, I found my mother dead at home in July of '88. Then 4 months later, my father died
The step part.
of
The
cancer.
adopted
My
parent.
adopted parents.
But that's the only parents you knew, so that's the only
Right. And
parent.
then a month after that, then I found I was adopted. So it was just like, a Tyson left hook, uppercut,
Yeah, it was like the triple, like things come in threes, and
Exactly.
yours was just like boom.
You got him out of the way.
Yeah. And then the other thing was, of course, you can't find your real parents. You can't find your real, if you have any other family out there. So I've gone through that search for like 26 years.
Wow.
And
Did
finally-
you found them?
Yeah, 2 years ago I found my mother.
And she's alive?
She's alive.
And was she what you expected, or were you happy that you had the mother you had when you met your real mother?
I was just happy to have the truth. Finally.
Yeah.
After
That's
all
what's
that time.
important.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. It's like you said,
Truth will set you free.
everyone was lying to me all those years.
Wow. So are you in touch with your biological mother
Totally.
now?
Yeah, and I have 2 half sisters and aunts. And it's a whole new tree, that I didn't know
Those
existed.
little
And where are they?
branch.
Well, the sick part about it was I grew up like a
Down
block
the block?
away from my grandmother and my mother lived there
And
for a
they
bit.
knew?
No, nobody knew.
They didn't know who you were?
No.
Really?
So-
Yeah, it was like I was like Jason Bourne or something, you know? It's like it was crazy.
That is a really crazy story,
Yeah.
though. Wait, so when you found them, you didn't have to look too far.
Well, it wasn't that easy. You know, it's 26
Right.
years of search and everything's sealed, so I finally had to borrow money from friends to get a private investigator to find who my mother was. You know?
And they found her.
Yeah, they found it was a great
Right around the block.
Yeah, right around the block. She's living up in Yonkers nowadays, and actually she's one of the things I was going to talk about was about this show I'm putting together April 21st.
And it's New York City Indie Fest?
Yeah, New York City Indie Fest. So I bought you some swag. I got
Thank
your little
you.
thing there.
Swag.
See, and I know that you're a songwriter, so I got
I
you a
am a
pad
songwriter.
and a little
Thank
pen
you.
there for you.
Wow.
What about me?
That means I have to- Go away. You're filling in for Jurgen right now.
Yeah.
What about
Yeah,
Jurgen?
no.
I'll take Jurgen shit.
No.
Well, he blew his nose on this, so he should probably
Yeah,
have
maybe
that.
he can have
Yeah.
that. There you go. That's for you. A mouse pad.
There you go. Does anyone even use a mouse anymore?
He might.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Everything's touchscreen now.
Is that in reference to my phone?
Yes.
No, it's just in reference to your sophistication.
Yeah, I can send him a CD now. That's all I need the fucking thing for. I got computer people to do the show and shit for
We
me.
have a very civilized show here. Tone down, please.
Yeah.
You'll know when I'm out of line.
Oh, I do know. I saw it the other night. Yeah.
That fucking little wuss.
Stop that. He is my bandmate and I love him dearly.
He's a pussy.
Stop it.
Oh.
I know.
He got shot. There was no
Stop
heart.
it. Stop it. It's
Now.
Stop it.
Sound effects time.
Yeah,
Yeah. They tried that before and I'm still here.
There you go. You and 50 Cent, baby. Exactly. All right, so back to James. So what is the New York City Indie Fest?
Yeah, so this year is my 50th
And
birthday.
Indie what?
Happy birthday.
Thank you very
Indie
much.
what?
Independent.
Independence from what?
Well, let me tell you.
Tell
So,
me.
yeah, so,
Let him speak.
so 10 years ago, I started a news website called Hot Indie News.
Dude?
News.
News.
Like, like Brian Williams.
Yeah,
That's not news, that's fairy tales.
Uh-huh.
and there's rumors that you're going to take over Jon Stewart's spot. Is that-
Somebody wrote that today. I know. People are
That would
always...
be funny.
Yeah, I mean, I have no connections so far in upper crust television land except for TLC.
Yeah.
They're my new friends, but you know, we'll
So you
see.
dress
I would-
bad.
yeah, they did dress me pretty.
I like the shoes.
Yeah, the shoes were okay.
The shoes, all about the shoes.
It's all about the shoes. Okay,
So-
but let's talk about
Alright,
the Indie
back-
Fest.
back to
So back to Indie Fest. So 10 years ago, I started Hot Indie News. So it's also a celebration of Hot Indie News, which I created to promote independent music, movies, politics, and
Okay,
more.
we like
Because
that.
there's a big disconnect nowadays from nobody knows what's going on around the corner from them.
I
you
know,
know?
like you especially.
Right, exactly. no
I
doubt.
don't know what's happening around the corner.
So yeah, so I've always been trying to do as much as I can to promote all those areas of life and try to bridge them all together one way or another. And that's what I was doing mostly with the website. And so this year I wanted to sort of give back to the community and give back to the music community, the neighborhoods, the venues. A lot of venues in the city have closed.
The ones that are
Yeah.
left.
Right, the ones that are left. So, you know, I'm going to try to do something at different venues that are, you know, they're not really struggling right now, but just to sort of give them a little extra boost.
Sure, everybody could use a boost.
Yeah, you know, I want to do some, maybe do a show with you.
That would be
maybe do,
great.
You know,
I'm always game.
yeah, because the last thing we did was Temptress is.
I know, and look what happened.
Right.
Yeah.
Rain, Temptress,
Chucky.
Jessica did an event, and that's where we met. It was
Oh, you
February 9th.
I know.
It was February 9th, 1 year ago.
I know.
Basically, exactly. I know, and it was that snowstorm, and it was the Sunday night, and we went there, and Jessica was so amazing putting that night together, and then boom, she was going to do another one, and she died.
Yeah.
And it's just so crazy. It was
Yeah.
such a
I
positive night.
knew Jessica for a long time.
Yeah,
We did a lot
Chucky.
of shows, Chucky. We did a lot of shows down at the Pussycat, right? Sitting in the bar, and LaNe didn't know.
That it was Chucky?
Yeah, we said LaNe used to be one of his backup singers, right? And we were sitting there and we were talking, and finally, it's like she sat there like, "Oh shit!"
Well, she was a gorgeous woman, inside
Well,
and out.
Well, it's like it was like the guy at the Pussycat was like, "I don't care. You got better legs than some of my bets." Right?
All right, yeah,
All right,
so
skeleton.
you're gonna do some events,
Yeah.
we would love to be a part of it,
Definitely.
and however it works, and do you have a time, like,
Yeah, so this first event, this is the inaugural event. It's going to be April 21st. It's going to
Okay.
be from 6 to 11. It's a launch party, free admission. I'm going
A
to
what?
try to make these free
Launch.
launch party.
And where is it
I'm
gonna be?
hungry.
It's going to be at this venue called Slake. It used to be called Downtime back in the day.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
owned by the same people that own What's the Hall,
Okay.
Right.
and I work there.
Alright,
Exactly.
cool.
Yeah, so it's going to be a big party. Everyone cosplay is strongly encouraged. So if you want to dress up like
fun.
teddy bear, Frank, or something, feel free.
Slut, Frank. All right, so today happens to be National Peppermint Patty Day, so please help
Wait,
yourself.
no, you gotta give it back. You gotta give us
Frank, you don't make the rules here. Relax.
Shut it!
You're always giving them away before we get to see.
We'll get the skeleton. We like to sweeten them up a little. They get rewarded for their
It's like a
kindness.
dog. Make him do the trick first. Then
I'll do that with you, okay?
It's too late. You got lots of skeletons. You got enough skeletons.
So do you have a good skeleton from your closet?
So why does Peppermint Patty Day have to release skeletons?
Now everything releases skeletons.
Whatever the day is, we celebrate the food of the day. I don't know
Oh,
what it is.
She's
okay.
into the food of
Today
the day.
happens to be National Peppermint Patty Day.
I get
If
it.
you
Okay.
come
She's
next
into the
week,
food
it
of the
will
day.
be
Jeez, I mean,
something
I just
else.
released all my skeletons a bit.
That's
Those are goody ones. We want
That's
juice. We want
Juice.
dirt. We want criminal. You steal anything, you get
Yeah.
arrested.
All right.
Have you ever been arrested?
Okay. What black man in New York City hasn't been arrested?
Ah,
Why do you
yeah.
think all these protests are going around?
There you go.
Yeah. So there you go.
So
For
what
what?
were you busted for?
I was busted
Being a
for
black guy in a
I know
sunny
last week a friend of mine was arrested for walking through a park after 10:30 at night.
Yeah.
Boom.
Well, this is back in 80, right? So I
Okay.
was waiting, 16 years old.
When we were civilized.
Right, when we were civilized.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Waiting for my friend at 96th Street subway in Central Park West. A cop comes down to the platform, tells me, I can't curse, but I'll say, get the F on the train or get the F off the station.
Whoa.
And I'm like, I'm waiting for a friend. It's like, I told you once before, get the F on the train and get the F off the station. I'm like, but I'm waiting for my friend. It's like, oh, you want to do the hard way, huh? And he just took me,
Wow.
brought me upstairs, put me in handcuffs, called for backup.
Oh my God.
I'm like, what the hell's going
How
on?
much you weigh back then?
Yeah, huh?
Were you a big kid?
No, I was a little skinny kid. I looked like.
Weren't we all?
Yeah,
What happened?
I know. Exactly. So that's why I got big. I said, all right. And the next time a cop tries to do that to me, no, but
Have
in all
another.
seriousness.
Have another peppermint
Oh,
patty.
you just keep coddling them.
But yeah, it was a crazy, traumatic thing. Like I didn't know
Yeah, I
what
don't
was going
blame
on.
you.
My friend finally came, and he's like, "What's going on?" It's like, "I'm being arrested because you're late." I don't know what to say.
Oh my God.
So then he ran and got his
But
mother.
Teresa left before she could get more comic material.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he went and got his mother, and his mother comes tearing down the street, and as they're leading me to the police car, she's like, "What are you doing with that boy? Leave him alone." She's like, "Get out of here!" Because she just figures she's some white liberal lady, mind your own business.
Finally got a mother.
Yeah, right. And then so they're taking me up to 125th Street, and this one cop, like his partner, was pretty quiet in the whole thing, kind of like, "Oh God, there's so and so going off again."
Yeah.
But all the ride up, he's talking about these freaking punk kids. We just take him in the park and kick his ass
Oh
and leave him
my
there.
God.
I'm like, what is this about?
Oh my God.
This guy was on the rag that day.
Wow.
Yeah. Apparently.
Well, they're finally catching up to it.
Finally.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. That was over 30 years ago I went through that. And I'm like, oh, yeah.
These kids today got nothing on you.
Well, now but now
Little
because
punk-ass
of
bitches.
these inventions
Right.
and those helmet inventions and stuff like you, now I see why you record
Now you see why I
everything.
record.
Yeah.
I'm a black man on a sunny day.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it was cloudy without a
I
cloud.
bet you have a camera right there.
Yeah, I do, actually. A nipple cam.
So do you have a website that you want people to find you at?
Yeah, well, for this festival, please go to nycindiefest.com, or you can just search for NYC
Right.
Indie Fest. Hopefully it'll come up in Google.
Sure it will.
Google hates me.
Oh
But, yeah, but we look at that way, nycindiefest.com.
no. That sounds great.
Yeah.
And would you like to push a button?
Yeah, sure.
Push our
I'd
buttons.
love to push your buttons. Let me see which one. Oh, what's this one?
Yay! Thank you so much,
Thanks, James.
We'll be back. We got a lot more ahead.
See you again.
All right, good to see you.
It's through the eyes of ReW, keeping it real, keeping you say? Keeping it real, keeping it you. What's that you say? Keeping it real, keeping it rude.
And then it happened